Sunlight danced on the forest floor as Selo and Chelle walked into the woods, with shadows moving all around them. Chelle stopped and pointed up, her eyes wide with wonder. "Wow, look at that," she said. Selo looked where Chelle was pointing, his eyes full of curiosity. Selo said excitedly, "A treehouse. Let's fix it." Selo and Chelle climbed up into the treehouse, not knowing how much work it would take to fix it. Inside, the treehouse was a big mess, broken chairs, wobbly boards, and old toys everywhere. Chelle looked around, feeling a little sad at how messy everything was. "Oh no, this is going to take a lot of work," Chelle said, sounding worried. Selo smiled and said, "Don't worry. If we work together, we can make it amazing." As the sun began to set, Selo and Chelle stepped back. Their faces were covered in paint, and their eyes sparkled with pride. The old treehouse was now full of color and life, showing how hard Selo and Chelle had worked together. Selo grinned and shouted, "We did it!" Chelle smiled and nodded. Being patient, working together, and helping each other really makes things better. The strong treehouse ladder looked inviting, ready for more fun adventures to come. Chelle and Selo laughed with joy. They finally had their very own treehouse. As the sun went down, Dave and Tere stood at the edge of the village. The forest looked big and a little spooky. Tere held her backpack tight, her eyes full of excitement and a little nervousness as she stared into the forest. Dave smiled, feeling brave and excited as he looked ahead. Tere asked, a little unsure, "Do you think we should go explore?" Dave exclaims confidently, "Yeah, I bet we can find something amazing." Dave and Tere stepped into the forest, their eyes wide with wonder at the little floating lights all around them. Suddenly, they heard a soft whimper. When they looked closer, they saw something sad. They found a tiny fox cub stuck in a bunch of vines, looking scared. Tere gasped and pointed. "Look, the little fox is in trouble," Dave said quickly. "Oh no, we have to help the little fox." Tere carefully pulled the vines apart, while Dave held the little fox gently, helping it feel safe. Dave and Tere walked deeper into the forest, following the glowing firefly lanterns. The soft ground made their footsteps quiet. They came to a magical clearing, glowing with soft light. Sparkling mushrooms and shiny flowers surrounded them. In the middle of the clearing, an old, wise owl appeared. Its eyes twinkled like it knew many secrets. The owl spoke, its voice gentle and wise. "You were brave and kind tonight. Helping others, even when you're scared, makes the world brighter." Dave said, understanding now, being brave doesn't mean you're never scared. It means you help anyway. Tere smiled, and being kind can make the world feel magical.
Under the warm sun, Dave and Tere were playing happily by a big old oak tree. Selo and Chelle ran up to Dave and Tere, their laughter brightening the sunny afternoon. Chelle's eyes sparkled with curiosity. "Hey, what are you doing?" she asked. Dave's eyes lit up with excitement. "Look at this!" he shouted. Hand in hand, Dave, Tere, Selo, and Chelle climbed the glowing staircase, heading up to a magical garden in the sky. They stepped into the floating garden, full of glowing flowers and sparkling fruits, but something felt a little sad about the place. Tere's eyes got big as she saw the flowers drooping. "Oh no! This garden needs help," she said. A little cloud creature appeared. "I can't take care of the garden all by myself," it said sadly. Dave, Tere, Selo, and Chelle looked at each other and got ready. They were going to make the sad garden come alive again. Tere found a magical watering can. Chelle grabbed a sparkling paintbrush. Dave picked up a shiny rake, and Selo held a glowing pouch of seeds. Together, they worked as a team to make the garden bright and happy again. Selo shouted, "We can fix it if we work together." The garden came alive. Flowers opened their petals, fruits sparkled, and the vines danced happily in the wind. The little cloud creature smiled and said, "Thank you. The garden looks so happy and beautiful now."
Sunlight sparkled through the leaves, making everything glow gold as Selo and Chelle played happily in the backyard. A tiny, sparkling rainbow stretched over the flowers, looking magical and bright. Chelle's eyes got big with wonder as she pointed at the magical rainbow. "Wow!" Chelle shouted, amazed by the magical rainbow. Selo whispered, amazed, "It's magic!" In that moment, Selo and Chelle were magically teleported into a rainbow world, filled with colors they had never seen before. The trees were tall with brown bark and pink and orange leaves, and the rivers sparkled like flowing purple jewels. A magical paintbrush appeared in Chelle's hand, and a shiny pot of golden paint appeared next to Selo. As they started to paint, the world came alive. Flowers danced around them, and stars twinkled in the sky. Selo and Chelle found a small, colorless creature hiding behind a big rock. Its eyes looked sad, like it needed help. With bright, happy strokes, they painted the creature's empty home. Colors spread everywhere, making flowers bloom and trees come alive. The little creature was so happy that it hugged them tightly, laughing with joy. "I couldn't make my world colorful by myself. Thank you very much," it said. As the magical world faded away, Selo and Chelle looked around in awe. "That was amazing," said Selo. "Yeah, sharing our magic made it even better," Chelle said. On a rainy day, Chelle sat in her room, surrounded by her colorful paintings and toys. But even with all that around her, she still felt so bored. Then, something shiny peeked out from under her bed. It was an old paintbrush, glowing like gold, almost as if it was calling to her. Chelle's eyes lit up with curiosity. She picked up the brush, and the moment she touched it, she felt a burst of magic and wonder. Carefully, Chelle painted a little red ball. Suddenly, poof, a shower of golden sparkles filled the air, and the ball popped right off the page, real and bouncy. Chelle sat quietly on her bed, holding the magical brush. Its glow had turned gray and dull, but she felt a little spark of hope and picked it up, ready to try drawing again. She tried to draw a puppy, but nothing happened. The brush didn't work at all. Chelle frowned and looked at the brush. "Why won't you work?" she whispered, feeling frustrated. Chelle slumped on her bed, holding the brush with drooping shoulders. She looked out the window and saw other kids playing. "Maybe I should share this with them," she thought. Under the big old willow tree, Chelle held the glowing brush, ready to turn the space into something amazing. With a swipe of her brush, Chelle painted a slide, and it appeared instantly, bright and real. As Chelle and the other kids painted together, the magical brush sparkled brighter and brighter with every new creation, and the kids cheered and ran around, playing on everything they made. The kids rushed all over the playground, their laughter filling the air. Everything felt brighter and happier when they shared and played together.